then one more just to show you slightly different type of YouTube. So this is a YouTube video as well, but notice that it was just produced and published by this YouTube channel or this YouTube user. It was not on TV. So since that it was not on TV, when I add my citation source, I'm just going to go ahead and say that it is a either website or film, but there's no director's name, so I am going to have to leave that part blank. All right, but I do have a title, Persephone, the Greek goddess of spring. Production company. Again, it's a YouTube user, so it's not really an official company. Published year. Let's see if we can find that. It says 3 years ago, so May 18th, 2019. So 2019 right there. I'm going to skip these. Website title. Again, it's YouTube. And I'm going to put the URL. Again, it's your teacher's discretion. If she wants you to include the date of access, then be sure to do so here. Add citation source. Great. So now I've got all of these sources. I have 5 of them, and they're right over here. When I'm done, I can go ahead and hit Insert Works Cited right here at the bottom. And it's amazing because when I do that, it adds the title, Works Cited. It puts them in alphabetical order like it should. It does the correct hanging indent for me. And I already set the correct font and spacing, so that is also correct. Now, some of the things that might look a little different depending on your teacher and your citations. Some teachers may say you don't actually need the date of access anymore, so you might delete that. I noticed that I have it for a couple sources. Some of my sources, it's actually not even in there. Some teachers might say, I want a date of access for every online source. So I might need to go back to some of them, like this one, and add my date of access. This now turned blue, which I really don't want. So how do I get rid of that? I simply hover on it, break the link right here. So again, just to show you in case that happens to you, date of access. If I click right here, not double click, just single click, this will pop up and I have this little icon that says remove link. And now it's not blue any longer. So this feature is awesome, but what's even cooler, in my opinion, if I am then writing a paper and I have a sentence that says something like, Norse mythology derives from multiple cultural groups in the Scandinavian area. And let's say that is paraphrased from my book. I didn't actually know that information off the top of my head. I need to cite it because I paraphrased it. What I can do is I can go back over here. I can look for the source. Okay, it came from this source. And I can actually hit Cite and insert an in-text citation. It'll put the correct info, which in this case is the author's last name. And look, it even tells us that I need to replace the number with the actual page number. So I'm going to go back to my book and see that it was page 44. And then I just need to remember to put my period after the closing parenthesis of that in-text citation. Now, let's say I have another sentence that says something like, many secrets of the Greek gods. This is indenting only because we're going to leave it though. It's indenting because I'm doing this after the work cited, but this would really go above it if you were writing a paper, so don't worry about this indentation. Many secrets of the Greek gods were discovered through historical, or let's say through architectural, probably going to spell that wrong. Help me. Architectural discoveries and artifacts. There's another sentence of mine. Let me fix this. And let's say I got this information from this video source. Sometimes students are a little confused. What do I put for an in-text citation? Well, if I hit cite right here, I don't even have to think about it because it does it for me and it is accurate. Notice that it's the title of the source in quotation marks because there is no author listed, but I still do need the quotation marks because it's a title of a source. So we need to make sure that we're appropriately delineating the title. We need to make sure that it's in the correct formatting. I could do another sentence. One of the most interesting goddesses is Persephone, who is known as Hades' wife and the goddess of the seasons. That came from this source about Persephone. So I'm going to come right over here. I'm going to hit cite, period. Oops, I accidentally started this citation, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that so I don't have this awkward formatting. Now, all three of my in-text citations, 1, 2, 3, they perfectly match the sources on the works cited page over here. Now, you may be thinking, this is really cool, but what happens if I accidentally close my citations? Or even worse, what happens if I accidentally leave my document? Does it all go away? Do I have to start back from scratch? That would really be a pain. Let's see what happens when I go back to the document. Uh-oh. Is this the correct document? I'm not sure. Let me see. I hope it's not the right document because everything's gone. This is a quick lesson for all of you in the importance of putting a title on your documents. There's the correct document. Let me put works cited over here so that next time when I search, I don't freak out. Everything's still here. But how do I do the easy little citations? Or what if I want to add a source? If I go back to tools and citations, look, when I pull up that toolbox, everything is still there. It doesn't disappear. It doesn't disappear even if it's been a few days. It doesn't disappear if your computer has to restart. It'll always be there because of the beauty of Google Docs and its constant saving of your information. I hope this video is helpful. I hope this new feature saves you time and energy. And I also hope it helps to hold you accountable. As teachers, we know if we have taught you how to use these tools and they're in your hands and it's this easy, then our expectation is that you do it correctly every single time. We are here to help you. If you get stuck, obviously ask your teacher, but use the tools that are available to you because they're always going to be available to you and it'll help you to get the best grade possible without losing points for silly things like citations. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.